Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Not So Remote Alaska, where yes, the snow is still piling up. It snowed another couple inches just today, but we got most of it shoveled. Snowed on top of us again. We're just gonna let it go. But what I brought you here today for is not to complain about the snow. That doesn't do any good. I don't mind. It was something to do today. And I just wanted to, I haven't done a prepping video for a while. And I just wanted to show you something. And I keep seeing this on a lot of videos. I watch a lot of prepping videos. A lot of people have these 10 things that you need to get. Buy this now before it goes extinct, you know, like it's a dinosaur. And I just wanted to people who are prepping on a budget, just give them a different idea than going to the store and buying. Spending money to solve your problem. Spending money doesn't always solve the problem. And I think that there's another way to go about it where you're not going out and specifically, you're still spending money, I know, and I'll explain it in a minute, but it's not specifically going out and spending money on this very particular item. And then once you use it, it's gone, and you have to go buy more of it again. I'll take you up to a table I have set up with a couple of examples of what I do rather than spending money on this very specific item. It's very easy, and some people are going to say, well, yeah, that's a no-brainer. And other people might say, wow, why didn't I think of that? I hope I reach at least one person that says, wow, why didn't I think of that? Let's go look at it really quick. No, it's not the trees, but, oh, Keone wants to come outside and play. But I have it set up on the table here, and what I want to say is, a lot of people suggest that you go to the store and you buy bottled water. Go buy the packaged bottled water. And what I say is, instead of paying for packaged bottled water, just to drink it, throw the bottles away, because most of the time the bottles come in really flimsy plastic. Do this instead. And that is, save some jugs. And this is what we do with everything. So if I treat myself, because we don't do this all the time, but if I treat myself to some lemonade that I buy at the store rather than make it home, I know it's cheaper to make it at home, but sometimes you're going on a drive and you just decide you want to have something special, or you find it's on sale, and this one time I'm going to buy it. Save the bottle. Same thing with tea. When I go on a drive somewhere, sometimes I just like to have a bottle of tea with me, and sometimes that's what I drink in the summertime. And sometimes we make our own tea back into this bottle. Other times we just rinse them out and use it for our drinking water. And that's the thing. Why do people go to the grocery store and constantly buy drinking water? I know if your drinking water is no good, you know, if your water at home is no good, yeah, you have to do something about that. But why do people think that they need to go buy bottled water in case of an emergency? Why don't they take bottles that they already have? And I do understand that glass bottles would be preferred because, you know, people have an aversion to plastic bottles and they don't want to use any kind of plastic. I get that and I understand that. But glass bottles are hard to come by for anybody. And if you're buying the plastic water bottles at the store, it's already in plastic. So I think that this is a good solution on a way to not spend money on water. This, you know, this is an apple. We haven't drank this apple juice yet, but it's just an example of $6.99 is what that 1 gallon jug of apple juice costs up here. And I got $1 off because it's supposed to be a 2-pack and it got broke open. So what ends up happening is they sell it for a single and they put $1 off to get rid of it. And I end up buying it. Anytime I see those, I buy those because those are good jugs that last for a really long time. And I do enjoy a glass of apple juice every once in a while. And, you know, lemonade, I can make that at home. But I don't have apples that I can squeeze and make apple juice all the time. So, this is how I choose to get apple juice. And I understand that tea is another thing that, you know, it's way cheaper to make it at home, but sometimes it's just nice to buy it at the store and have a treat. Save your treat bottles, fill them full of, rinse them out, you know, clean them out really good, and then put the drinking water that you currently drink, you know, use that water to fill the bottles up, and then about every 6 months, use that water. I'm not saying dump it out or waste it. I'm saying use that water and refill that bottle with fresh water. And you can write dates on here if you want. I just know that about, well, I use my water all the time. I use these jugs all the time for our constant use. And I usually try to have about 200 gallons of water at my house all the time because I live in a dry cabin. So that is all I have is about 200 gallons of water at my house. But we use these all the time for our drinking. But I just say, you know, you can get a sticker, get a piece of duct tape, put on there, write the date on there when you filled it, and every 6 months you rotate it out, use the water, put fresh stuff in there, and then if you ever have an emergency where you don't have running water from your tap, you will have some jugs of water that you didn't spend, you know, like almost $1 a bottle for. And to use that money to buy some food instead. And that way you have more food in your pantry than you didn't just spend a bunch of money on water that you, because even the bottled water from the store, you're going to want to rotate that out every so often. So in my opinion, it's a no-brainer, but I'm not downing anybody who goes to the store and buys water in the bottles. Each person has to do what they think is best. I just say use that money for something other than water. And so just so you know, I'm definitely not trying to run anybody down who goes to the store and buys bottled water. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings or say that you're wrong in what you do. You're not, because you're going to have to do what you do for you. I just wanted to give some other people an idea, you know, especially if they're living on a budget, a really tight budget, and they're trying to figure out how do I prep just a little bit more. And, you know, a lot of the videos, people are saying go to the grocery store and buy water. I'm saying take some of the bottles that you have around your house, you know, soda bottles. I don't drink soda pop very often anymore, so I don't have a lot of soda bottles, but you can use 2-liter bottles just the same for water bottles. You can use the 1-liter bottles, you know, so you can use soda bottles as well. I just don't have any examples of that right now. But I just trying to maybe get somebody else to think about how they, you know, if they're prepping on a budget, how they can stretch their dollars just a little bit farther. And this is one way. And I've been doing this for years, 14 years. since we've lived in these cabins, right there about 14 years since we moved into a dry cabin, and we've had to haul all of our water. And you've come up with some pretty ingenious and cheap ways. At least I do. I come up with the cheapest way I can get something done sometimes and make my dollars stretch farther, because I'm not somebody who has a bank full of dollars. Oh, anyway, I'm going to quit beating this dead horse. Thank you for watching this edition of Not So Remote Alaska. I hope you got something out of this. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. Just let me know that you enjoyed it. And until next time, may God bless and keep each and every one of you. And with that, I am out.